Alright, I want to try to make a quick video here and show you how to use procedural scratches. So I've already got a node set up here. We just have this wood texture that I made in Photomatter, and I've already got the procedural scratch set up, but you would just search for procedural scratch and it'll pop right up. Okay, anyways, so we actually have the color hooked up in this right now. Okay, and we have our height hooked up in this to a bump. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna hook this mask setting up to the factor here, and you can see we just popped up some scratches here. And but let me first go in here because I want to show some of the controls here, and we'll try to zoom in. We've got a decent sized scratch here. Okay, so like our roughness, we'll go over things like this. Okay, so randomness, obviously those are straight. We can curve them with our randomness. Scale, more or less. Okay. Density, a lot of in there. Thickness variation, so this will make some small, really tiny, some big. And thickness in general. So right now we'll keep it a little bit big just so we can see what's going on in here on the edge of the scratch. So roughness, see, we can bring that in and bring it out. Detail, we can control the detail. The grain, we can control the grain of our scratch. A little fine grain there. Micro ridges, this is very subtle right there. We probably turn down a couple things so you can see it better. There you go. And then clustering. Clustering is awesome. I love clustering because, say you want, kind of thick, but you don't want it thick all over. So clustering does that. And then you have different seeds that you can use. Now we'll plug the color back in here. Okay. And we can take a look. Another thing that we can do playing around with this. Now if you wanted to, you could put you could use anything for the color. You could come in here and put a noise texture hooked up to some color ramps, and then you could get some detail inside of these scratches or Veroni, whatever you want to do. Anyways, we can also play with the mapping, and we can get some different effects with the mapping. I usually like somewhat small scratches usually, and I usually want to use the thickness variation. I like it turned all the way up, to be honest. And clustering, I like, it depends what I'm doing. On a club like this, you could have more scratches than less. And then see, we can really stretch down our scratches here if we wanted to. Can make them very, very small if you wanted lots of little tiny scratches, see? Or you can make them big if you want. If you want bigger scratches. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. And, mixing this with other nodes also, who knows what you could come up with. I'm actually excited to see what other people come up with mixing this with other nodes. But anyways, that's procedural scratch. And this is available on my website, which I'll leave in the description. And thanks for watching.